Okay, welcome back for the third part of the tutorial for Sully from Monsters Inc. I've already shown you how to make his head, his tail and his stomach, and right now I'm going to show you how to make his arm. For his arm we're going to use the top 4 packs, and what we're going to do is we're going to start by taking 2 turquoise bands and kind of creating an X in the middle, and just place them on right this, and another one on these 2 packs. Those 2 bands are going to be the top of our arm, and we're going to attach that later to his back. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of half randomly add purple bands in. You could do more purple bands than me, less purple bands, it doesn't really matter. We're going to do 10 layers. And the middle 2 layers will have some extra bands to create a bit of an elbow. You can make his arm a little bit shorter if you want. I think I would do a minimum of 7 layers. So if you want to do less, go ahead, but use extra band on the middle layers. So this is his bottom. Now we're going to place his first layer, and that means that on each 2 packs on the round, or on the diamond actually, we're going to place a single band. And for me the top layer is going to be all turquoise. So that's just like that. This is our first layer, and now it's time to loom up. And what we're going to do on each pack, I'm going to grab the single band that is on there and just loom it over. I'll show you on this side. I'll grab the band and loom it over. Just like that. Now I'm gonna push it down, and we're gonna lay our second row. And for my second row I'm gonna use 2 purple bands, and I'm gonna put them on the bottom 2 packs, and 2 turquoise bands or blue bands or whatever color you're using, and I'm gonna place them on the top like that. And again we're gonna loop up. Now we have to grab the bottom 2 bands, so the ones that are already on there. I'm just gonna grab them and pull them over. So I'm gonna go in here, grab the bands, pull them over. So that's layer number 2. Just gonna push it down again, and again I'm gonna use 2 purple ones. This one is on the same as I did before, and the purple one right here for layer 3. Okay, and the other 2 I'm gonna use turquoise. But as said, you can do whatever pattern you want. Just make sure you create a couple of purple spots. And these 4 bands are going to be my first spot. Again I'm going to loom up. Just go in there and pull them over. So that's 3 layers done. Time to set up layer number 4. And for me that one is going to be all turquoise. And again I'm gonna grab the bottom 2 bands and pull them over. Here I didn't push it down well enough. It's always easier if you push the bands down after you are done with each layer, because it's easier to see which bands you have to loom. Here we go. That's 4 layers, and now I'm going to do layer number 5, and as said I'm going to use some extra bands. I'm going to use 3 bands on these 2 packs and 2 bands on each pack on the side, and just 1 here. I'm going to start with my 3 bands, and I'm going to use 2 purple ones and 1 turquoise, just like that. So here's 3 bands. This is going to be my elbow kind of side, and on the sides of that 3 bands I'm going to use 2 on each, and on the bottom I'm going to use a turquoise and a purple, and on the top 2 turquoise. And and the closing one is just one band. And here we go, and I've got a loop up, and the bands I have to loop up are all just 2 bands, but the next round at some packs there will be 3, at other there will be 5 bands. Oh. So here we go, that was row number 5. Now it's really important to push it down so you can see clearly which bands you have to loom up the next layer. Again, it's going to be 3, 2 and 2 bands, but I'm gonna just switch the colors a little. With the 3 bands I'm gonna use again 2 purple and 1 turquoise, but now on the top one I'm gonna use 2 purple, and on the other one it's all turquoise, so 2 turquoise here and 1 turquoise there, just like that. And as I said, now watch really carefully, make sure you loom up all the bands that you have to loom. So it's 5 on that pack and 5 on this pack. Yeah. 3 here, I think. Yeah. And 3 bands here. Done. Again, I'm going to push it down really good because again I have to loom up a lot of bands. And this is layer number 7 that we're going to lay on, and in that layer I'm going to do 1 more purple on his elbow pack, and the other 3 bands are going to be turquoise. Just like that. And I'm going to loom them up, so grab the bands and pull them over. One more band. So now there should be 2 bands on each pack, and just push the whole thing down, kind of pull it to the side so it's not in the way. That was layer number 7. For layer number 8 I'm gonna use 3 turquoise bands and 1 purple, like that. On the opposite one of my elbow I'm gonna use purple. I'm just gonna loom up again. Push it down. Layer number 9 I'm gonna do 2 purple ones, 1 in the same pack as the row below, so this one and 1. I'm just gonna use this one right here, so the bottom 2 for me are gonna be purple. And these 2 are gonna be turquoise, just like that. And I'm gonna loom up row number 9. Almost there. Alright, now what I'm gonna do is for row number 10 I'm gonna use all turquoise bands. There we go, there's this elbow coming out. Ooh. Turquoise. Okay, and I'm gonna push it down. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to create his hand so that we can attach it. For his hand I'm going to just go down a few pins and start right here. You can basically start wherever you want, you need about 4 rows. But anyway, what I'm gonna do is grab 2 bands and double loop them and place them on your 2 pins. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab 2 bands and place them on the diagonal. The band we just placed is kind of his the 2 double loop ones, and these are just 2 bands, and also I'm coming down with 2 bands. Okay, now this is his hands, and what we gotta do now is we're gonna create his fingers. And in order to do that, on each of these packs we're coming down twice with a double loop band. So a single band, double loop it, and come down on each side. Just like that. The middle as well. So I'm just gonna place all double loop bands. And I'm gonna place 1 extra, and I'm gonna do that on these 2 packs. It's gonna be his little thumb, and there's gonna be 1 double loop band as well there, so that way he will have 4 fingers instead of 3. Now what we have to do is we have to create 1 holding band right on these 3 packs so that his fingers will stay tightly together. I'm gonna grab 1 more band and double loop it. And we have to create some capping bands, and I'm gonna make black capping bands so his nails will be black. And on each of our 4 ends I'm gonna use 1 black band and gonna cap it off with 6 loops. There we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you can't do 6, try to do 5 loops, but definitely more than 4. I'd like them really tight. And the other side as well. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Alright, now we're gonna loom up the middle one first, and then I'm gonna do the 2 sides, and don't forget to do your little thumb. These can be really tight to loom up, so just make sure the capping band doesn't come off. I'm gonna hold it with my finger, and I'm gonna release some tension so my turquoise bands won't break. Oh, actually this one already broke. That's what I mean. So, just gonna fix it like that. Alright, so that's the first toe or hand done. This first finger. Gonna loop up the middle all the way till here. His wrist is gonna be the last band we loop, and I'm gonna do the side without his thumb. And again I'm gonna loop all the way up to the middle. Now I'm gonna do this side, and I'm gonna start with his thumb so I won't forget it later. There we go. There he is, and then the rest. Ah, this one broke. So it's that. It can be really, really tight, and even if you try to release some tension, sometimes the bands are just stuck and they break. Or they're of not that great quality. That's an option as well, and then they definitely break. Okay. I'm gonna go in here and grab the bottom 2. Okay, so now I loomed up all his fingers, and I'm going to do his wrist, the 2 double loop bands, so I need 4 loops. Right. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take it off and place these ends on my hook. Okay, I'm actually gonna leave it on here for now. No, I'm gonna take it on my hook, it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna fiddle with it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place this one on a single band that's double looped. So, I'm gonna do a single band, double loop it, and I'm gonna place all these loops right on there. And this will be the band that I will be using in my arm. But before we do that, we have to kind of reduce our 4 packs to 3. As this was my elbow, I'm gonna reduce the opposite side. So one of these, I'm choosing this one. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take both loops off. I'm gonna grab the first one. And if you look correctly, it comes from this pack, which means I'm going to place it on the opposite one. And this band comes from this pack, so I'm going to place it on the opposite one. So each of these 3 packs now has 3 loops on them, because we reduced both loops onto those 2 packs. And now what I'm going to do is lay out the next layer. It's going to be 3 bands, but one of them will be my foot. On my hand, I'm sorry, and I'm gonna place my hand on these 2 packs. I reduced on these and I'm gonna place it on these because this is my elbow. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one end, place it on one side, the other end, place it on the other side, just like that. It's the same technique as we did before, it's just that there's a hand in the middle. And I'm going to place one band on each of the other packs. And I'm going to just go in, grab the bottom 2 or 3 of these 2 pack bands and loop them over. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce once more. I'm going to reduce this pack this time. And I'm going to take both loops off again. I'm going to grab one of them. And this one's coming from this pack, so I place it on the other pack. And this one's going there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place one double loop band on top of these 2 packs. So 1 band double loop it. And I'm going to just loom them up once more. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the loops that are still on my packs, I'm going to put them on my hook, and I'm going to grab a single band, pull it, no actually I don't have to grab a single band, sorry. What I'm going to do is these double loops, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the ones that are first on my hook, just pull them over the first, and I'm going to create a slip knot. And in order to kind of get rid of my slip knot, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it around my hand, kind of add a bit of extra body to my wrist. And here you go, you got this big arm. And I got my other arm somewhere here as well. So what you got to do is rewind, start the tutorial again and make a second arm. And then go and see part 4 of the tutorial, in which I will show you how to make his foot and his back. So, see you then.